put that on there. You're recording, right? Makeup check. Oh, the truck's dirty, Kristen. You didn't clean the truck. Jeez. Can't have anything nice around here with you.
I'm Kristen Eback from Devils Lake High School TV Productions, and today we are joined with the Devils Lake Fire Department. We have a bunch of different firefighters who are going to tell us their roles and just do a little interview with us.
Start
Action.
I'm Nathan Bennett. I'm a captain with the Devils Lake City Fire Department. I'm also the training officer, so all the new recruits coming in, I get to help train those guys.
All right, I'm Corey Meyer. I'm Assistant Chief at the Devils Lake Fire Department.
My name is Matt Berg. I'm a captain with the fire department here in Devils Lake.
Hi there, I'm Senior Captain Brandon Exner with the Devils Lake Fire Department. My role with the fire department here is I'm lead inspector, head of the inspection program for the fire department.
I'm Jim Moe, and I am the fire chief for the Devils Lake Fire Department.
The department in town here, I've been here 5 years. I was on the department up at the Cavalier Air Force Base for 5 years, or 6 years I guess, and then I was on Walhalla's department for 6 years also.
I've been a firefighter here for 25 years. I've actually been full-time for 21 years.
I have been here full-time for just over 6 years. I volunteered previously for Devils Lake for 2 years, and then in between there I worked in Minot for 2.5 years. So.
I've been a firefighter a total of 16 years, 5 years as a volunteer, and 11 years as a career guy.
I've been part of the fire department for 43 years. I've been the chief for the past 17.
So your basic science, math, English, all classes you would usually use. Math classes, math's really important for studying here. English classes, public speaking, things like that. We do a lot of that, public education, things like that. Science classes are big. Physical science class, how fire works, things like that. We do kinetic energy, potential energy, so physical science.
Math is very important, science is very important, that is for sure. We deal with pump pressures and things like that, and then of course the science of fire is always changing and interesting. So
Classes that are important are chemistry and math. Your science classes, your math classes, it's stuff that we use every day, especially out on the fire scene.
Okay, so I went over to Northland Community Technical College in East Grand Forks to be a firefighter slash paramedic. Got hired on after a year of schooling, so then I went and worked instead of finishing up with my schooling over there. But we do continuing ed training for the EMT class, or the EMT certification that I have to help with the ambulance also.
My education, I went to Alexandria Tech and I got an associate's degree in law enforcement, so my career actually started out as a law enforcement officer.
Northland to earn my associate's degree in fire science, and then just this summer I finished my bachelor's degree in fire administration. But everything is always changing, and it is always nice to keep up your education.
In the department, I make sure that I oversee the other employees. The chief is above me. I make sure that they're doing their job. I make sure they have the tools and equipment that they need to do their job right. That's my job, I guess.
What do we do around the city? So we do a lot of public education. So we go out to the different schools, we do talks with the kids. They come here for public or station tours, and then we also go out and do inspections of buildings. You'll be talking with our maintenance guy here in a little bit, but he's in charge of all the street lights, and he's in charge of fixing this stuff. We actually just hired him, so.
So we have a pretty stout inspection program. So we are out in the community doing inspections just about every day. We take care of the street lights and the stoplights in town. So we are out in the community doing quite a bit with public education too. So
A lot of things that we do is doing inspections, rental inspections, commercial businesses, daycares, doing tours, public education. Then also with us firemen, we do physical fitness. So we have about an hour of physical fitness every day that we do here at the fire hall.
Well, it's consumed with a lot of different meetings. You get, as a chief of a department, you get involved in a lot of different outside activities that the public wants you to be involved in. So you spend a lot of time sitting in meetings.
So as a volunteer, we want people who are going to be willing to help others out. It's not necessarily in it for them so much as it's in it for the whole organization and helping people in the city and things like that. That's really department dependent. Our particular department, basically every Wednesday night is pretty much used up for training we have. So you pretty much give every Wednesday. Plus there's a few weekends and other commitments that we have going on as far as being a volunteer. So that's what we ask. And then of course you have to come to any fires and things like that we have.
The weekly work schedule here is different than most departments. We have 4 guys that are on rotating shift. Between the 4 of us, there's 24-hour coverage. We will work 24 hours and we're off for 72 hours. But we're also on our days off. If the radio goes off and it's a big, important call, we respond to that also.
Oh, there are so many cool conferences that you can go to. Florida's got some that you train right on the beach with high-rise facilities and things like that. And then there's FDIC in Indianapolis. That is a huge conference. There's like 10,000 people show up to that one. There's all different kinds of classes, hands-on classes and classroom classes. Oh yes, we recently partnered with, you want to ask a question? Or you want me to just go for it?
Just go for it.
Yeah, we recently partnered with the City PD, the Sheriff's Department, the Rural Fire Department, and Search and Rescue, and we purchased a drone that has a thermal camera on it, so we are able to go out and do search missions with that to find missing people, possibly. We have not used it yet. We can use it at fires, obviously, with the thermal camera, so that is very exciting. We just have to get some more people trained up to use it.
That's cool.
The best part about being a firefighter, every day is different. There's never one call that's the same. There's never something that you see twice.
The best part about my job is working with other people. I like helping people out. The best part of our job is, any firefighter will tell you probably the best part is having a fire and getting to actually work the fire.
It's always different.
The best part about my job is, of course, helping the community, being part of the community every day and being there when people need help.
You know, to me, the best part is when you come into work, your day is not the same as the next day. We could have a call during the middle of an inspection or a tour that we have to leave, and with that being said, no calls are the same. So those are, to me, that's what I find the best part is. It's always different every day.
Oh, working with the public, working with the firefighters. Being a firefighter is a childhood dream of almost all kids, and so I guess I got the best job in the city right now.
The worst part about the job is the bad calls that we have to go on that no one should have to ever see.
Seeing the bad day everybody else has. Unfortunately, we've had a few fire deaths and car accident deaths and things like that. That's the worst part of the job.
Well, the worst part about our job is obviously dealing with the bad things that we do see. We do see fatalities. We answer calls on people's worst days of their lives, so we have to deal with that and come back and just go about our business. So it's tough to kind of put that away sometimes. So,
like the other guys have said, the worst part is seeing the things that we see. Nobody should have to see some of the horrible fatalities that we have to see, and they just stick with us. We try to get them out of our minds, but they just stick with us for a while.
Well, when dealing with someone's tragic events.
I would recommend getting into the volunteer side of it first, and then work your way up through into the paid staff.
To become a firefighter, I believe one of our other firefighters said he can become a volunteer first, which is a great way to start.
if you're looking at going into firefighting, start by volunteering. Your community needs volunteers wherever you live and work, so become a volunteer, see if you really enjoy it, then you can seek out becoming a professional firefighter or more education than you want.
First thing is graduate from high school. Get that college or high school education, and then once you get that, move on to the volunteer side and make sure you like it before you can go off to any type of college.
I would say, hey, if you're interested, if not a full-time career in firefighting, get involved in your community, find out what the fire department does for your community, and step up. And it's a very rewarding job. It's not whether it's full-time or as a volunteer.